Welcome back to Witchlight. It's Monday. We're back. Me and Peach have moved in finally, and yeah, this is Peach, everybody. But yeah, last we left off, the party had finished with the Corrid camp, sort of getting those guys together. You haven't been to the meeting on the hill yet, you know, the Lockbrehenge meeting, but you decided to keep walking around for a bit, and you just
it's not happened yet.
Pardon?
It's not. Listen, we're not gonna miss it.
You're not gonna miss it. Not a chance. But yeah. So you decided to have a little wander around as Archie did see upon the distance a kite flying around in the air. So you did follow it and found a little goblin who was a little girl goblin holding on to this kite, this evil kite, and each one of the bows had a little age curse on it, but you all succeeded in removing them all and helping her out, and then sent her back to the marble camp, which has the anti-magic sort of field around it, where naughty little Enderlin Moongrave, the Hag of Yon in this region, can't see anything that you do. We also had a little bit of what we were talking about before when Holland came up here and Felix gave Florence some fucking new shoes. There was some stuff I can't remember. Hey ho, it's been stressful, but we're moving house. It's all right. Anyway, but yeah, you succeeded to get this kite, this evil kite away, and the evil kite did fly off into the night sky, which you have recently sort of found out is not really a sky at all. In fact, it looks to be more like a big sort of like sort of magical dome in some way, like it's like a big black block, and within it those storm clouds sort of like roil around, crashing together and causing all of this lightning. And there you stand on this cliffside as the evil kite flies away, like, you bastards, into the breeze. And Flopsy, I think Flopsy, Archie, and Gleam all aged a year, but I don't think you really notice, like, you guys will actually really notice yourselves aging a year. Perhaps Archie would, because you're going from, 19 to 20? Is that right? But yeah, you've told the goblin to go back to you've given her the map as well of all the Corrid camps and said go to the marble one. But yeah, that's where we are. That's where we left off. I'm gonna say this evil kite is gone. Bye, evil kite.
Well, guys. It looks like we did a good thing. We're back on the right track.
Well, it feels good to finally make a positive difference here. I mean, we haven't exactly seen the end of the Corrid reuniting, so at least this is something that is visibly better. You're doing all right, aren't you? I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. Look into the goblin that we've.
She's gone. Yeah, she went to the marble camp with the map of the Corrid camps.
Sorry, I momentarily blacked out when that was said. Well,
okay.
she at least looks
on
very
in
good.
your
Yes, for some reason there's a bit of a ringing that started in my left ear.
Right.
And my eyes feel a little bit do they look a bit baggier? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I've got some lower back pain.
Flopsy. Oh, Archie, you've got one, haven't you? One to the hex.
Yeah.
You've got a one on you, yeah. So Gleam, Flopsy, Archie, and Octavia all look a little bit hot and sweaty, just in general. Still.
I also feel like I'm hot and sweaty.
Yeah, me too, says Octavia. She's sort of wafting her collar to sort of get a bit of air in. She's like, you'd think that, considering it's so windy, you'd think there'd be a bit of a nice cool breeze around here. She looks up at the
Right.
dark clouds that are really oppressive and hanging over you.
I mean, I guess Andolin's decided that she wants to turn the heater up. Well, that's her own business, I suppose.
You think she can do that? Just, like, I don't know, control the heat?
Well, she can control the lightning.
Maybe it's because I'm standing so close to your new horse. She, like, looks at Flamehoof, just, like, sort of moves away a little bit. Nah, it's still hot over here. Flopsy's, like, fur is visibly, like, matted to his face, like, with sweat.
Flopsy, you look sweaty.
Do I? I don't feel. Okay, yes, I do. Is anybody else feeling incredibly hot, though? I mean, it only really seems to be us that have said about it. The wind still feels a little bit chilly. It's just that none of it seems to be sticking to me when it blows.
Yes, Gleam's like wiping her face, like she's took her mask off just like to wipe her full hand over her face, to like literal water is coming off. Yeah. She says, "Well, I thought it was the nerves," but she like looks at Flopsy and like gives him a look. But no, I'm not. I don't feel very well at all. She looks over at Felix and has like a bit of an embarrassed face, and she's like, "I'm just going to go and." She like moves out of the way behind Ooglay, pulls out a backpack, and just starts like wiping a whole like face and hands and arms like all over her Harlequin like pajama pants that she's got in her bag. She looks over at Octavia quite concerned. Yeah.
Flopsy's gonna move his paws across his face like a rabbit does when cleaning itself, and using prestidigitation is gonna make his face look like really clean and unmatted. Well, I suppose we should get going. Maybe it'll be less warm away from here. Maybe the kite just likes it really warm, and it's warm in this spot.
I mean, I don't feel anything.
I'm alright too.
Well, where should we all go to? I mean, that Lockberry Henge thing, that's not due for another indefinite amount of time. Let's look around on the map that we've got.
Let's look around on the big map.
And
Let's
see if there's any interesting places we want to go.
Let's have a look on the big old map. So right now, you guys are currently... Well, this is taking a little bit of a while to load. Yeah, you guys are currently...
We're at the kite, so we're like...
You're at the kite, so you're about there, yeah. That's the one. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to get a Wi-Fi extender. Because, geez Louise. But yeah.
A bead of sweat hits the map where we're all pointing. And if you look up to Flopsy's face, it looks exactly like it did just before he did prestidigitation. He looks awful again.
Flopsy. Maybe we should go somewhere with water. Like there's a pool there. And there's a pool there.
That sounds like an excellent idea, actually. We haven't been to any of these places before, have we? It's all starting to blur a little bit together. I can't remember where we've been or where we haven't.
Well, Flopsy, do you want Flamehoof to carry you?
I'd rather not stand on the... Can you feel the flames from... Maybe he needs to stand further away from us, you know?
I actually think it's kind of like the exact opposite of what you think. Like, I mean, it didn't really work when I was stood on him, but like earlier, before I had all of this warmness in me, I kind of felt like if I was sitting on him, I would feel even less warm than normal.
Well, I'm willing to try it, even though it seems a bit counterintuitive. Felix, you're made of air, aren't you?
That's right.
Could you just maybe try? How fast can you run? Could you just whip around us a little bit just to see if we can get some airflow going? Something?
Don't really do running, but okay.
I do.
Actually, yes. Holland, lend me a back a minute. Clambers onto Holland's back.
I will dash around them.
Felix like wildly waves his arms about while he's on Holland's back. Trying to get some air going.
See, my thought is that Felix is a rather cool guy, and now we have cool air running around us. It's not working, is it, guys?
I don't think so.
Right.
I think going to the pool might be a good idea. Honestly, we can have like a little bath, I guess.
This one's closer. I agree.
We can go
I think
skinny
it's a good
dipping.
idea.
And we can do all sorts. Wait. That sounded more suggestive after the skinny dipping. I didn't mean that in like any kind of way. And we probably shouldn't go skinny dipping with Holland here anyway. And then turns to Octavia. Maybe we could find an alcove and go skinny dipping ourselves.
Yeah, I think I need to. And she's just taking her armor off now at this point. Gleam is absolutely sweating buckets, and she's gonna take most of her armor off and just sort of have like a little vest t-shirt on. Yeah, she's just fucking full blown changing into a like behind Oogler, just changing into a fucking pajamas just to try and get some cool air. But yeah, it's very fucking humid and horrible, like even generally in Yon. So yeah, everyone's having a bit of a shit time of it.
I lied. I do feel something.
But yeah, where would you like to go? To the beacons over here with a pool in between? Okay.
I wonder if it's a place of interest.
Water.
All right. So you start trooping your way down to the Fair Beacons, which I'll just show you now. Let's see. There isn't a map for this. However, we can just plop ourselves on the Yon map, generally, yeah. And I'll tell you now for the price of squished Archie. Yeah, you know what? I'll just copy everyone else over. Where were you? There you were. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna just copy you all over, so you might as well delete yourselves because I've got the numbers on these ones. Some of the hearts are gonna come as well, so that's gonna be nice.
Hey.
Yeah, so I'll just get rid of you guys and plop you all.
Well, we can have Flame Hoof. Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm gonna just plop you all there. Yeah, Amador and Paulinella are just gonna sort of like walk along the back. And yeah, you make your way through the mountainous regions of Yon. And I'll tell you what you do find, right? You approach these 8 columns of rock which sort of reach skywards, forming a ring around a deep crater lake. Rough-hewn steps spiral up each of the columns. Sort of like, you know, the end in Minecraft, but they've got steps going up around them. And there is a rowboat that is moored on the lake shore next to one of them. And you see a torch-bearing figure trudging up the stairs on the column nearest to the rowboat, which we'll say is this one. But you do see above, flying around, 8 winged beasts with antlers that are shouting and howling with laughter. You can't really sort of tell what language they're speaking in, but it seems to be that they're taking the piss out of this torch-bearing figure, which is currently walking up the steps to this one. You can see him just sort of circling around.
Poor guy.
Felix can understand all languages. I don't know if that translates to whatever, if they're just like growling or something at each other, but just saying if they are speaking a funky language.
This is, I'll tell you now.
Bird speak.
It's not actual language. It's more like their own beastly like talking. This sort of like squawking and growling. But you can roll me a nature check if you want to see what kind of monster this is, because they are monstrosities after all.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were talking. I think your audio might have cut out.
Oh, nice.
Maybe you didn't say anything, but there you go.
That you look at them and you recognise these, Felix, as peritons.
I have rolled a nature check.
Yeah, I see that Nat 20 there.
Yeah, Jenna's audio's just not
I
coming
think
through.
Jenna's
Oh,
audio
you're
must be-
joking. Oh, don't say this to me.
It's coming through now and again.
Oh,
It's coming
no.
through just then.
Okay.
We
Saying,
got,
like-
are you joking?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only happens when you complain.
It's more like the silences are a bit too long between sentences.
Oh God, I need a Wi-Fi extender. With that Nat 20 nature check, you can you hear me still?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that Nat 20 nature check, you see, Felix, that these are peritons. 8 of them. And as you watch from afar, you see this figure with a torch, carrying this torch, trudging all the way up this single beacon. He lights it. It blooms with fire. He trudges back down again, hops into the boat. I'm going to say that you're on the opposite side of the lake so that you can watch him from a distance. And then he's going to sail over to the next one. And as he starts to ascend the stairs of the next one, the peritons rush around the one that is just lit and blow it out just as he lights the second one. And they're laughing at him. And the closer that he gets to you, you see this guy is a wood elf.
A wood elf.
It's just a wood elf, man.
And these peritons are bullying him.
I'm guessing none of the other beacons are lit, like this one on the map is just out.
No, yeah. Every time he lights one, they'll wait until he gets to the next one and blow it out again.
Right.
Yeah. Just gonna put him on the map so you can see.
Well, we shouldn't let them bully this man.
Don't really want to fuck with the peritons, if I'm being honest.
Well, I don't think we need to fight them. I think maybe we just need to, show them that it's not worth it. Like, if we stand with this guy in solidarity, like, if we all climb up onto, one of these things and then start lighting them, then they're gonna be like, "Aw, damn it." And they're gonna be like, "Do you know what? I've had enough of this. I'm going home."
You know what, Archie? I actually think that's a very good idea. They're all laughing and snickering. It could be their idea of a game, but it's not exactly fair on this one man, so
Besides,
maybe we could just play the game, but even the odds.
well, even perhaps put the odds against them, and in that case, they'll be like, "Wow, this game's not fair." And like any child, they'll sulk about it, and they'll go running home to their mama. And their mama.
But hopefully
will
they'll learn a
say-
lesson that the game wasn't fair from them in the first place.
probably not. I mean, kids like that, you know, you need only look to the parents. I bet they learned that from their parents, to be honest. The Paratons, well, they're not very good at parenting.
Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Well, I'm like all down for helping and stuff, but like I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be lighting any fires. I guess I could just like call them mean names or something.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
You can carry me up if you want.
Yeah, I could do that.
Then you can run back down before I light the fire. But
Yeah, we
I
can-
really don't want
We can have a sub game going on of like, how far away can Holland get from the fire?
Sounds like a plan. Before we decide to help this elf, should we figure out what happens if he wins the game? Like, why is he trying to light all 8 of these pillars? We wouldn't want to inadvertently help someone who may be working for you-know-who.
Well, maybe we should. I mean, if he's working for you-know-who and he's doing this job, it's like a task that never ends, you know? Like, I'm sure if we looked around these mountains, we'd probably see someone who's rolling a big stone up a hill every day and keeps falling down. I think
Yes.
anyone working for the bitter end is really more of a victim than anything else.
It sounds more like another curse than
Hmm.
like a henchman.
Yeah,
That is a fair point.
but
Well,
I think we can go talk to him if you'd like. I don't mind.
Well,
No need
I
for-
think since you've put it like that, it does fit the bill for all the other curses that the bitter end has put on people, so I actually think it would be more fun to see his face if we
Right.
just lit all of the beacons without him knowing.
We'd do it all sneakily. He'll be like, "Whoa, why are all these beacons lighting up? I didn't light those, did I?" And then he'll realize that he must be doing a great job. When we look at him, we see his little cheeky smile, and he never need know we were ever here.
Right, well,
That's a lot.
I'm going to pick the furthest one over there. Totally not because it means that I need to swim all the way through the water. You guys pick your pillars, and I guess we'll go and light them.
I won't make you carry me far, Holland. Let's just go to the one closest to us.
Yeah, Flopsy, as you sort of descend into this water, oh goodness me, it's cool. It's ice cold as you get in there, and you feel so relieved of this warmth. It's so cool, in fact, that you feel as though you get better while you're in it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, Flopsy's going to leisurely doggy paddle his way across the pool.
Leisurely doggy paddle.
He's going to, like he's in a shampoo advert, just flick his ears up and let the water splash everywhere.
Oh yeah.
But for the most part, he's going to try not to make as much noise, but he'll still luxuriate.
Gleam's gonna see your luxurious doggy paddle, and she's just gonna strip off and jump straight in because she's had enough of this feeling, and yeah, she jumps in and she's like fucking Little Mermaid hair flip out of the water, and she's like, oh, that's so much better, wow, and she just starts like back, like laying on her back in it like a starfish, and she's just gonna float in there for a bit. She sort of floats over to Flopsy and she's like, I'm not sure about you, but I'd rather just stay in here for a bit. I'm not going to get out for a while.
Yes, I'm kind of hoping it takes everybody else a little while to get to where they need to go. Because
Absolutely.
I kind of don't want to get out of this either.
No, I think we should just maybe stay here for a bit. Octavia's like, yeah, she just runs over her. She's like pulling all of her fucking clothes off and she's like, cannonball! Jumps in, whoosh, massive splash. It wets like everyone in the vicinity. She's fucking loving it. She's having a right good swim.
Archie doesn't regard any of this. This is no time for fun. Archie's riding at breakneck speed in the ethereal plane on the back of Flamehoof.
Yeah, so everyone's having a nice swim. Meanwhile, we're hard cut to the flames flying from Flamehoof's back. Archie, like squinty-eyed through the ethereal realm, just the ghostly fucking atmosphere whipping by her as where you're cantering towards in this ethereal plane.
Towards the tower.
Which tower?
The witch tower, that's right.
Which tower in particular are you going for?
No.
Because he's only just making it up. He's not made it all the way up. No, he's lit that one. But he's about to start walking down it.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm gonna be obviously flying, as I can do. I'll be making my way to the tip-toppity tip-top of this here tower.
This here tower. Okay. You start cantering your way up to the top of it. You are in the ethereal realms and plane, so no one can see that you're doing this. You're a ghost. You know, you, Flamehoof, Glitterhoof, cantering along behind you.
Yeah.
And you get up to the top, and you see, at the very tip top here, a brass brazier, like a big deep bowl with coals and like wood in it and stuff. Very recently been put out.
I pop into a real plane and get off of Flamehoof's back, and Flamehoof knows what he needs to do. He's gonna jump in there and roll around.
Yep, Flamehoof, very, very nobly just clops his way and just like leans his head in. It's not like big enough for a full fucking Flamehoof nightmare to fit in.
That'd be cute though.
Yeah, he just sort of shakes his mane inside the thing and immediately just woof, catches fire. And yeah, it just starts crackling and burning in front of you, and it's much stronger than, like, it suddenly lights like massively, and the warmth hits you straight away, and it's a bit stressful because of your hex already that you've got. You feel that heat come straight away, and immediately these peritons look over at you, squawk.
But I'm not there.
Oh, have you immediately gone into the whoomph? Back into the, yeah? Okay. And even still, they come flying around it, squawking their heads off. Not literally, squawking their heads off. Flying around, and yeah, they're just wafting the wings, stamping on it with the hooves, and put the fire out.
Fools. Little do they know.
I'm just going to put Ooglay over here somewhere.
Whilst those fools were flying over here, little do they know. I was flying over here.
Whee! Meanwhile, this guy's coming down the stairs. And he sort of stands on the shore as he gets to the bottom of this 200-foot tall spire. And he looks, after the light of it, as you know, and the peritons flew over, he looks over and he sort of squints around and looks in the pool and sees you all. It's a very large lake, by the way, so you can see him as sort of like a little, not a speck, but like he's in the distance. You can see him raise his hand to his eyebrow, and he shouts over and he says, "Hello out there?"
Flopsy is trying to organise a synchronised swimming dance with Liam and Octavia, and stops mid dance
to
look over.
Fucking Octavia wasn't even listening to your synchronised swimming instructions because she's too busy like grabbing hold of Gleam's head and just like dunking her under the water. Like Gleam's like kicking out at her, and they're both having a little fucking water fight. Them two hadn't even noticed him. I say hello.
Flopsy raises his arm and waves at him.
Ah. He's gonna like walk. It takes him a while. It's a long lake, like I said. Are you gonna like swim towards him, or? It's...
Flopsy's gonna nudge Gleam and Octavia.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
guys,
He gets in the boat. He gets in the boat. I'll come to you.
guys, he's coming to us.
Who's coming? Oh, the guy. Ah. I don't know. Do you even know who he
we
is?
weren't paying attention, and Archie seems to have lit their beacons. I think we missed our cue. I don't know whether he's good or bad or anything, but he's the one we're helping, so he shouldn't be annoyed at us. Hello there.
You can see he's got into his little rowboat, and it's the back of him as he's like rowing towards you. He like turns his head to like look out, and he's like, "I'm on my way. Just bear with me a second." And he's like trying to row his oars. It's a bit like awkward though because it's from a fair distance away, so he's just like slowly rowing his boat towards you. I'll be there in one moment, and he just keeps going. Octavia's like, oh, I mean. He just looks like a normal guy. Maybe he's lost or something. I don't know. She doesn't care because she then starts splashing Gleam, and Gleam splashes her back, and they just both start fucking about in the water.
Listen.
Yeah, he eventually comes over though.
I was going to say Flopsy will swim a bit towards him to help him out.
Yeah. Your little floppy ears, sort of like two shark fins in the water as he sort of rocks up next to you. He turns to look down at you in the water, and he's like, "Are you all right there, old chap?"
Like a mermaid trying to tempt sailors, he's going to put both of his arms over the side of the boat and just kind of lean there.
When you do,
yes, I feel rather good.
I was just going to say, when you do, like the boat lilts just a bit. He says, Are you in need of assistance?
Right now, no. We are doing much better than we were a little while ago. It seems like you might need assistance, though. Those birds, things, those up there don't seem to be very friendly to you.
No, they've been bothering me quite a while, in fact. He looks around at everyone in the pool and he says, I highly advise that you leave the lake, because once I've lit all of these braziers, well, something very special is going to happen.
Oh, really? Is it something marvellous to look at? I remember once when I was young, there was this giant space of water, and then when somebody clicked their fingers, all of these sprouts started coming up, and a big display was made out of the water in the middle. Is it something like that?
No, in fact, it was going to create a portal to my hometown.
Oh. That doesn't sound like something I'd want to be in the middle of. No offense to your hometown. We've got a lot of business to deal with here. Why are you opening this portal in the middle of yon?
Because I would quite like to go home.
That makes a lot of sense. Where is home for you?
Well, it's a very small town, and I doubt you've heard of it. It's on the sort of southern coastline. It's called Saltmarsh.
Wait.
I don't think I've ever heard of that. What plane is that on?
It's on the material plane, paramaterial.
I've been there a few times. I don't think I've ever gone to Salt Marsh before. So how did you end up here, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, it's a rather funny story, but I'd rather not tell you whilst your other half is dangling in a lake, which might eventually turn into a portal, especially as he turns his entire body around and points up at the one that's just been lit. It seems as though the beacons are on my side. Did you notice? That one lit for me.
Oh, yes. We were going to try and do it all at once and surprise you, but we're helping you. We saw how unfair this situation was, and, well, up there, that's our friend.
Unfair? What are you talking about?
Well, the the flying birds. They seem to be putting out your beacons every time you light one.
What birds?
It doesn't really seem... The flying creatures. He's going to point at the Paladins.
He like looks around, like in the whole sky. Are you sure you're okay, good sir? It seems as though you might be having some sort of hallucination.
Can Flopsy still see them?
Yeah. They're flying around, cackling, laughing. As soon as they like stomp out the thing, like they just like spit on it. You know what I mean? Like they're being little bastards. Yeah, like proper dickheads. He like looks around and he looks at Gleam and Octavia in the water who are still pissing about. And he looks a bit concerned and frowny, and he's like, I say, could you kindly leave the lake? Because once I've lit these braziers, you're going to be teleported to another realm. I doubt that's what you want.
Well, your voice started to go a little bit there, but I think I got the gist. Well, yes. We endeavoured to help you, and if what you're trying to do is go home, then that sounds like the perfect thing to help somebody do. Everybody should be able to go home. I'll get my friends out of here, and we'll help you light the last few.
Excellent.
Are you sure you can't see anything over... just on top of that? I'm going to point to the Paladins one last time. Big wings, anything?
He looks at you like you're insane. No, I don't happen to see what it is you are seeing. And he winks at you. He thinks you're a bit crazy, and he's like, do you want to get in the boat, or am I just going to row to the shore? He's getting a bit scared. Like he looks like he's a bit awkward in the situation now. He thinks you're weird.
I'd much rather stay in the water for as long as I can. So I'll leave you with this. In good faith, I'm going to give him a cupcake. Best of luck lighting the next one without it mysteriously going out for no reason. Wink, wink.
Of course. They will all bow to my command eventually. Tally-ho. He goes over to the Swee.
Oh yeah, you were speaking to my dad.
There's lots of something around in the water, yes.
Right. So one of them is your father. And would you kindly ask them to get out, please? Because I thought Holland said that one's my dad or something. Did I mishear?
I did.
Okay, yeah. Could you kindly ask your father to leave the lake now? Because he did say that he would help me, but I am not in need of any assistance. As you can see, once I've lit these braziers, then I will. This lake is going to open up into a portal. So it's very, very a very bad idea if anyone's in it at the time, because they will be teleported.
Okay, but why don't you need assistance?
Because I'm doing it quite well on my own, don't you think?
Easier. Surely it'd be easier if we all lit them at once and the Paladins wouldn't be able to blow them out.
The what? Oh, yes.
Dear Gam.
That's what that fellow over there, your father, said as well. I thought he was, a bit, he taps his head.
It's not my father.
No,
there's a big horde of flying things blowing out your fires, man. What do you mean?
What are you talking about? The fires are, well, sometimes they go out, sometimes they stay lit, and as you can see, that one over there, it just lit for me, and eventually they will all light.
No, it didn't light for you, because Archie lit it for you.
Archie? So, is there more creatures that I am unable to see?
There's quite a lot of us here. Our pal is up there right now as we were heading up this one to light this one for you. I'm beginning to think you're the one who's he taps his head the same as the guy did to imitate that Flopsy was mad.
He looks really confused, at you. Oh, so you have a friend up there. He sort of squints his eyes and puts his hand to his brow and tries to see. Archie is still in the ethereal plane.
At breakneck speed.
Breakneck speed, you're coming down the thing and onto the next one, which is this one here. Yeah, I'll just put these two over there so you can tell they're in the water. Flopsy can go there. Yeah, you travel up it at breakneck speed. You get to the very tippity top. You see the brass brazier.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, I only do the bloody same thing.
You do the bloody same thing. Flamehoof bows his mane into it and woof, it lights. And he looks over and he goes, "See? I practically just need to point at them and woof. They're starting to listen."
Well, you see, she is on a big flaming horse, probably in a different realm or something. I mean, it's pretty magical around here if you haven't been able to tell. So, I don't know what you want me to say.
It is rather, isn't it? I'll tell you what is quite magical. The fact that, as soon as all these braziers are lit, that pool will become a portal, and I will jump into it and say goodbye to all.
I mean, jumping into portals willy-nilly doesn't sound like a good idea. Where's it going?
To my home.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. And that's what Endelin told me.
Oh. Oh, that's not a good idea.
How come?
How do I put this nicely? That was probably a big fat lie.
It's kind of the whole thing, you know? Theatre.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure if you understand. This is not a theatre. This is, these are the beacons. And she said to me that the pathway home will be visible only in the light of the 8 beacons.
Well, that tells me that we probably shouldn't be lighting these beacons, because it might lead to something more sinister. Or nothing at all. But, yeah, not a good idea.
Well, how else do you propose that I get home to Saltmarsh?
To Saltmarsh? All the way to Saltmarsh?
Yes.
How did you get here?
Well, you see, I'm not quite sure about that. He looks like his eyes sort of glaze over a little bit when he's trying to remember. And he says, I rather recall a green dragon, and it started to fly in from the east and bother the town. And I set out with the guards. I am a guard. He's wearing a guard outfit of Saltmarsh. We set out to kill it, and every time it got away. Then I said instead, oh, well, let's make an expedition to go and find it, and set off. And last I remember, I was traipsing through the forest just north of Saltmarsh, and stumbled upon a strange building, like a little cottage. And that's all I can remember.
Well, that all sounds rather unfortunate, but I can tell you, hand on my heart, that this is not going to get you home. So,
Well, that's a shame.
let's save you a little bit of exercise, because I don't know if you're anything like me. I do not like walking up things. I wouldn't like these beacons.
Well, that's you, and I'm a different person, so I will bid you good day, as I now will send this beacon and light it, and that is what I shall do. So I wish not to take your advice, as well, it seems there's no other option for me.
Well, Holland, it seems we need to regroup and rediscuss what is going on here. He just shouts from the other side of the lake as loud as he can at Flopsy, Octavia, and Gleam. Father!
Octavia turns around to you and she's like, "Yeah, Dad, you're wanted."
I could barely hear. Was that Felix saying father?
Yeah.
Yes, son?
Come over here, Daddy.
How many feet away are we, would you say, Jenna?
Imagine just like a reservoir size lake. It's that sort of size. You're in the middle of it.
I'm terrible at feet and stuff. Am I 120 feet on message? Could I message Felix or no?
You could swim towards a bit more and then message.
Okay. I'll swim a little bit closer, and then Felix you can hear without yelling. Are you my son now as well, Felix?
I don't see why not. Do you have any objections?
Welcome to the family, I guess. What's going on?
We need to regroup immediately. And then I'll tell you all at once. I'm not repeating myself.
Okay, I met the beacon lighter. He seems to be a little bit crazy, so be warned in case he comes near you.
Well, he did. He just had a conversation with us, and it was rather worrying. So if you could all come over here, please.
Flopsy's already motioning over to Octavia.
Yeah, we're coming, Daddy. Gleam comes over as well. Yeah, they all sort of get up on the shore and just shake off like a dog.
New message. Archie, are you over there?
Archie's too far for a fucking... Yeah, Archie's too far for that.
That's
but
on another plane.
Yeah, you're on another plane, but...
Pointing at all the beacons, calling out and not getting a response.
You can still see Archie with your good eyes from the height as well. You can see the sort of ghostly goings-on of them all regrouping on the shoreline. He's like
Octavia,
halfway.
quick, use your lovey-dovey connection to get Archie to come back. YMCA or something.
Yeah, okay. I'll do a seductive dance over here.
I see no reason to come back.
Hey, Archie! She's gonna like wave her arms, and then she's gonna turn around and twerk in your direction. She just crouches immediately. And then cut to the ethereal plane where the fires of flame move as Archie breakneck speed comes flying down. But Octavia can't see you because Octavia, you're in the ethereal plane, so Octavia's still twerking as you come cantering over towards her.
I just suddenly like do like a Felix appearance with like the rearing up
of the horse. She turns around and she's like, "That got your attention then, huh?"
Guys, what are we all doing in the pool? Or like just off the coast of the pool, actually, come to think of it.
Right, guys, small problem. So that guy who is trying to light these things for a portal to get home or something, one, it's weird that he can't see the massive flying creatures in the sky, and two, Enderlin told him to light these beacons. Pause for effect.
Wait, why does he want to light them?
He thinks that it's going to make a portal to get him home or something, but that's what Enderlin's told him. And I said, that's not a good idea, guy, because she's a liar. Even Holland said something about theatre, and he was like, this is no theatre. I'm going to get home to Saltmarsh. And he's not listening to me, but yeah, so... Pause for effect.
Well, sorry, I want to let the pause stand for your effect. Okay, now, my thought with this is he seems to have gone maybe a tiny little bit crazy, because all of us can see those, right? There's nothing hiding them.
They're fucking massive.
They're
Yeah.
literally like slapping their own
Right.
knees with laughter. Like, they think it's hilarious.
He says he comes from this salt marsh. I think
Salt
a lot of people...
Marsh? I've never heard of that place.
Me neither, and that's what makes it confusing, because a lot of people seem to come here through the carnival, right? In all of my time there, I don't think we've ever stopped at anywhere called Salt Marsh.
He said he got here by he was something about a dragon and a cottage in the middle of the woods, and he can't remember the rest.
Wait,
And his eyes went all funny and glazy, and yeah, there's something not right about this.
you think maybe, like, he saw the Jabberwock? Whatever it's called?
The name of the dragon you don't know.
Do we not?
You don't know
Do we
the...
not know the name?
I don't think you know the name of it, do you? Like, you've seen it. You've
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, Will told you. Is that right? I can't remember. But yeah, you did see it.
I just knew it from
Yeah,
from Farewell.
said it perfect, and then went, "Oh, whatever it's called."
Yeah. I'd say Archie knows what it's called because of Will. But yeah, you've seen it fly overhead before. But that is a green dragon, yes.
Would you have a walk?
So maybe that has something to do with it. But I think that if this was something that benefited Endlin in any sort of way, I think she'd probably just come down here and do it herself. I mean, you know, she's going around cutting people's hair off and, you know, all sorts of nasty things just on her own. I think she could probably light 8 braziers if she wanted to.
I thought it was just because it was like, well, you know, she made some child drag around a menace kite.
Right.
So, like, now she's being like, "Ooh, light these candles, and by the way, I'm gonna send these invisible like thingies to chase you around, but you can't see them, so you'll never know that they're just gonna blow it out all the time." And
Exactly.
I'm gonna laugh from my palace and go hee hee hee.
Yeah, well, even if it's not going to result in something really sinister, I mean, we kind of need to help this guy, surely. He's just in a perpetual state of thinking he has some weird power over these fires because he pointed at one and Archie lit it, and he went, "Oh, I only have to put my fingers." Yeah, he's messed up.
When you look up towards him as well, like, he is standing at the top. He's successfully lit this one, and he's like, and he looks out towards the rest of them. You can see him like thrusting his hand towards them like Spider-Man, as if it's gonna fucking do anything.
If this is all theatre then, and Enderlin's doing it just essentially for the laugh and for the misery of this man, what makes misery even worse? It's if
Company?
the thing he has hope for is actually true. Call me crazy, like that man just did, in not so many words, but I think Enderlin probably has made this a portal to Salt Marsh, and that's the funny side, that he's never going to open it.
Oh shit. The lightning just struck. Duck dice gave me a 1.
Why'd you have to say anything, Flopsy?
Everyone make deck saves, fuck.
Okay.
Thank God Polinella's out of the way. Yeah,
Right into that.
Polinella's always out of the way. Come on, Jenna.
Polinella and Amador are well out of the way right now. They're nowhere near
We
anything.
do not have time
Yeah.
for Polinella and Amador to be in the way of this lightning.
Oh no, we don't have time for that. Okay.
Okay. I also, like I said, absorb elements.
Yeah, but those who have the hex will minus a d6.
Yeah, I don't need to.
Yeah, you got that Nat One. Okay. So those who have the hex, Flopsy minus 2d6. Gleam is going
The
to
D4 is being added.
do the dex save. Okay, can you work out your own individual scores whilst I work out Gleam's?
Wait, do they still have that for being in the pool? Did that not actually change it?
It's not changed, no, it's only whilst you're in the water does it not affect you, and you're all out on the shore now. Okay, so, oh, fucking hell, right, so Gleam's gonna fail. Octavia is going to hopefully not fail. She's gonna fail. So Gleam's failed, Octavia's failed, Archie's failed, Flopsy, you've got a total of 19. You succeed. Felix,
14.
14. That's a success. Holland, what did you get?
19.
That's a success. So, here comes the damage. That's not so bad, that's really good. So that's 18, but Octavia's down straight away.
Octavia!
Straight away. Gleam is hurt a lot, but she's not down. Yep, that's a lot. Yeah. Immediately just frazzled, like, she's not, like, wearing any, like, armour or anything, like it would make a difference, but, yeah, it's, like immediately just, like, dark ash all over her. How's everyone else looking? Archie? You probably fine.
Wait, so what do you do if you succeed?
Take half.
What do I do if I'm lightning resistant?
Take half again.
Take half.
Yeah.
Quarter in total.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Octavia goes down.
I'm looking fine. I mean, I'm.
Where am I moving?
You're not, because it's not a... You take the damage. You're not moving anywhere.
Oh yeah, of course. I just get it the wrong way around. I'm like, I put damage on this, and I'm like, no, I don't. I definitely don't.
Yeah, you take the damage as it's an environmental effect.
Flopsy's gonna run over to Octavia whilst muttering, "Oh no, under his breath, and cure wounds at 2nd level.
Well, Archie's going to run over to Gleam while going, oh dear, under her breath. And is going to just try and sew her up, I guess.
Sew her up.
Yep. I've not got any sort of kit, so I'm just trying to stabilize. Let's.
Gleam's not down. She's okay. It's Octavia who went down.
I'd sort of look at Gleam, who must have been knocked back from it, and I'm like, oh, you're alive. Okay, good.
Yes, sorry. That seems to keep happening. She looks really like scared though, because like it really hurt. Like she's really hurt. But Octavia, after Flopsy cures Octavia's wound, she just like it's almost like she got slapped down and just bounces straight back up again. Like, yeah, she's okay. But yeah.
If I had like a healing potion, I'd give you one, but.
No, it's okay. It happens. She's just like, like just trying to cough it all out. And from up there, he like looks down and is like, "Is everyone all right down there?" He shouts from.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm coming down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come down and let.
I think you can talk to the animals, like. Learn their languages, like maybe take an animal degree. But right, and imagine if we had a talk with those paratons. If you're okay to like, if you're okay to like get on the back of Flamehoof, and I understand if you can't, but if you can just stomach it for a few moments, maybe we could have a chat with them and see what their deal is. Because they don't seem to be attacking.
Well, if you get on Flame Hoof and then I get on your back, I think
Fine.
You're giving Holland a backy on Flame Hoof.
Okay. Oh, but I guess we should, here, you take this end of the rope and tie it to yourself. I'll tie this end to myself. And then, just in case you fall, you'll be fine.
we'll both fall, yeah.
Oh, hopefully not. And I, sort of fumble around with the rope for a little bit, and I can't tie ropes.
Neither can I.
See, that's the running joke.
You pulling it round your waist and it just lets go onto the ground, and you're like, oh, and you pick it up again, you do it again. Both of you are just trying your best, but you can't tie the rope.
Oh, we'll be fine.
What if we just like run around in a circle so it like ties around us?
Good point. Okay. Actually starts running around in a circle.
You start running around in a circle, but like as you running around, you're sort of unraveling it as well. So like every time you twist, it unravels at the back, but ravels at the front. So it's just
Holland run the other way.
Yeah, it's not happening. You're not tying that rope.
Wait.
Has Hallie just read her spells?
Would you rather fly instead?
Oh yeah, that'd
You'd be a bit of a sacrificial lamb going up there by yourself.
Well, I
But
can
if we all
glitter.
maybe
I mean,
stand on the top of one of these things and just shunt you up a little bit in the air. I don't know. It's up to you, Holland.
Okay. Well, what if, like, let's say, me and Octavia can stand at the bottom because we've got bows, and maybe someone go with Holland on Flamehoof's back. Holland flies.
When you look at when you look at Octavia, she's already slinking back into the lake with Gleam. Just like
Well, no, well,
Hang on.
I will stay here and stand guard. You two
Well-
swim leisure.
We can eliminate Flamehoof and flames and fire and stuff from the equation for Holland's
Yeah.
sake, and I can just make Holland fly up to the Paradons, and we maybe stand on one of the piers ready in case anything happens. But it's what Holland would. It depends on what Holland would prefer.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I've flown. I wouldn't mind that.
I'm happy to cast fly on you instead of sitting you on the back of a flaming horse. If that makes you more comfortable.
You always were good with ideas, Felix.
I know, right? It's like every now and then my brain just kicks into gear anyway. Do I even need to put like? I don't need to do anything to cast fly on Holland, do I?
just
I'm
flash it.
casting fly on Holland.
Yeah, flash it up.
I've disappeared this from the equation.
Yeah. You get a flying speed of 60 feet for the duration of 10 minutes that you can concentrate for. So as long as it's still, as long as you're not in the air at 10 feet, but it's okay, you've got feather fall, so, as long as he's not currently in the air at after 10 minutes, then, yeah, it'll be fine. He's got 10 minutes of flying speed.
Nice. I guess I can't debate them on intense politics, but, short but sweet it shall be.
I'll go fucking Peter Pan my way up there.
Hey. You Peter Pan your way up there. Oof. You fly up. And they're all hovering at about sort of 30 feet above that one that they've just put out, because they have just put that one out, and they're all cackling and laughing their heads off, thinking they're the best thing since sliced bread.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Are you speaking common?
No, I'm speaking with animals, sorry.
They like look over you, all of their heads just twist towards you at once, just like their big wings flapping, and they go, "What the fuck do you want?"
I just want to see what the joke is. I love a good joke.
The joke. Well, I'll tell you what the joke is. The joke, right? The joke is this little dickhead down here thinks he can light all these, and you know what we're doing? Hey, putting them out.
That's really good.
Hit it.
Is this what you've always done? Is this what you're, is this your job?
It is our job. Yes, it is. It's our job to be hilarious. We're fucking hilarious. Don't you think?
Yeah, I do. You're so good at it. It's like you were made for it.
Well, we do make each other laugh. Are we making you laugh?
You are. I'm laughing very hard.
That's the only thing that matters, isn't it?
So, how long have you been tailing this guy?
About a year.
A year?
Yeah.
Oof, that is a long or short time.
You don't even want to know what he eats.
What he eats?
Yeah. You think he's always been here a year? Who could survive without so much food? Well, I'll tell you what we do. Every now and then, you know him. He points at the main one in front of you, points at one behind. That one's called Percy. Yeah, that's Percy, Polly, Priscilla, Peter, Penelope, Pat, Phil, and Penny. And Percy over there, he likes to swoop down, find a few rats, grab him in his talons, squeeze his talons like that, kills the rat, throws it down for him. He fucking eats it and everything.
He eats whole rats?
Yeah. We let him cook it on one at Braziers before we put it out. It's funny, but he just thinks rats fall out the sky.
Oh, so at least this is all in good faith then.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't let him starve to death, or else it wouldn't be so fun, would it?
So is this like who assigns you to be funny?
Assigns us? Assigns us? What do you mean? Well, who's our employer? Huh?
How'd you get the gig? Just trying to get, maybe I want in on the action.
Well, this is a very prestigious gig. Oh, it's prestigious indeed. You know what? Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. We are a performing troupe of pantomime artists. Pantomime artists, that's right, that's what we are. And we used to do pantomimes. For one Evelyn Moongrave.
You're a performer. What?
We're a performing troupe of pantomimists. Pantomimists, that's right, pantomimists, that's what we do. We do pantomimes, usually, but this is a special gig. Special gig, yeah, special gig indeed. One, the only. They all bow their heads. Endlin Moongrave.
Oh. So she sent you out here to rag on this guy.
Yep.
Oh. So she's also finding this funny.
Absolutely. She's got a gigantic telescope. She looks for a telescope. She goes, oh, you're doing a right good job. And we go, cheers, Endlin. Thanks, thank you.
Yeah, I suppose she's looking right now.
Yes, she is. She is. Do you want to wave at her? They look over at Motherhorn, and from your floating position and you're flying, it's not like flush with you. It's like you're about 250 feet in the air. You can see that you are kind of eye level with Motherhorn-ish, but it's very far off in the distance, and they all like sort of wave their big wings over there, go, hiya, Endlin.
Yeah, Holland's gonna do a devious wink and then he's gonna blow a kiss to Motherhorn.
They all clap their wings together, and they say, have you ever thought about performing?
Oh, I would. I'd love to. I'm learning. I'm still practicing my act.
Oh, go on. Show us. Oh, yeah, show us. Go on. And they start to like perch on the braziers. Not like each one. They're just sort of perching around. But as they do perch, their sort of wings fold together, kind of like vultures, as their heads like sort of lean forwards, eagerly anticipating your performance.
Well, I'm not limited down to one field just yet. I'm sort of dabbling my toes in, everything. So, just I'm workshopping it, But, well, I can
I quite like doing a little bit of these.
Hmm.
And he's gonna start like cartwheeling, but like from his hands, he's using light to create the illusion, you know, like with fire sticks, of like it being a full circle from the. Do you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's like they spin those like things that are on fire, and it's like a big circle of fire. Okay. Give us a performance check.
Performance. 14.
These Peritons are absolutely enraptured by your performance. They're watching on, like, as you keep going, like you've got their attention.
I'm gonna just start pulling things out. I'm gonna pull out the orbs and try and juggle them.
Oh, okay. Roll a dexterity check, just a basic dexterity check. Oh, you're good. You don't drop a single one. As you do the, fucking juggling, and each new thing that you do, they're like, wow, oh, look at that, hey, juggling, I wish I could juggle, etc.
And as he finishes that, he like rolls one along his shoulders, and then he's just gonna be like, and for my final act, I am going to disappear, and he'll just try and sneakily pull up his hood.
Sneakily roll stealth for the sneaky factor. See how sneakily pull up the hood. one in the back's like, I know how he did that. I know how he did it. He's got a hood. He's got a hood that he pulls up. You have vanished. Yeah, you have vanished. But you can hear him going, yeah, you can see the strings. You can see the strings.
Okay, so that last one needs like a little bit of extra work, but I mean, it's a good start, right?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. You could be in a troupe. You could be in our troupe. Why don't you want to? Come on, be in our troupe. We'll turn you into one of us.
Oh, I'd love to.
Yeah, just get on us back. Get on Percy's back, and we'll fly you over to Motherhorn, and we'll get her to turn you into a Periton like she did to us.
Oh, wait, so you guys haven't always been Peritons?
No. We were humans. And elves.
Oh, so do you prefer being Peritons, or is it just like part of the job?
Well, some of us do. I don't mind being a Periton. No, me neither. I get to fly, and I've got these antlers. It's pretty cool. And one of them's like, yeah, I kind of like being an elf.
Oh. I mean, I can see antlers being cool. Like, my ears are very, like, I can't use them for anything except listening.
Yeah, it's a bit hard when you can't really talk to everyone. You can talk to people who can talk to me, and you can't talk to everyone.
That's true. Well, I do have some friends down there on the ground, so I guess I'll just say like bye to them, and
Good idea.
it won't be a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly back down.
You see, as this Holland comes down, they're all sort of nodding and like nodding quite like, yeah, this guy, yeah, he could be in our team.
So I'm joining their troop, I think. Why did I go up there again?
To ask them to stop.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
You're joining their group?
Well, oh yeah, I was. I just got. They're kind of nice, And they were like, "You're really good. Did you see me juggling in the sky?" They were like, "You're really good. You can join our pantomime group." And it turns out that they used to be humans, and Endelyn turned them into Peritons so they could do their little dancey dance. But yeah,
I think I know what this is about, Holland.
Yeah?
Has your father ever taught you about peer pressure?
Well, I think you must be feeling a little homesick.
Well, it was nice to get to do like circusy stuff, especially because I didn't get to do it the first time round.
But you know that if you join up with them, then, like, you're their buddy. You know?
Yeah, and I'll get turned into a bird.
And then, well, I don't know, you'll be out there doing mean things. I mean, are they really spreading joy?
I suppose not. I mean, amongst each other, but that's kind of it.
Right. And is that what Lyra likes? People who have a joke at other people's expense?
Well, I mean, a little bit, but I see your point.
That she like has the sort of body language of like she's got her hands on her hips and she just like sort of has a sort of chin tilted upwards while she's asking you this sort of questions. And when you say like you see her point, she like nods and points at you with a finger, like you got it.
So they did offer to take me back to Motherhorn, and they also said, "Well, I just blew a kiss to Endolin. Isn't that funny?"
Wait, you're like dating now?
I guess. No, I don't think so.
Oh, good.
I just wanted to seem a bit cheeky.
Oh, yeah. I think you really must have got her because, I mean, if you ask me, she seems like the type of person who, like, would hate someone blowing her a kiss, but also, like, not in a too offensive way. Yep.
I can't lie. I find that more worrisome than funny, Holland. I know you're not truly considering joining them, but angering Bitter End more doesn't really seem like the best opportunity for fun.
No, but it is a direct route to her house. We were saying about a distraction. I could go in and be like, "Yo, let me join. Let me show you what I've got."
But what if she turns you into a periton?
Yes, I admit it's a good way into Motherhorn, but you'd be on your own, Holland. It's too dangerous.
Or what if, and like, hear me out on this one, you're not gonna like it, but what if, like, she, like, is talking to, like, Slackjaw Lorna, and she's like, "Ooh, Slackjaw Lorna, do you have any dastardly ways for me to dispose of this Holland?" And then Slackjaw Lorna's like, "Yes, I do actually. I have a dastardly plan. Why don't you turn him half rabbit, half periton, which, as you know, is already half bird and half deer?" And then, like, Creeping Lynn's like, "Well, why would I do that?" And then Slackjaw Lorna is like, "So I could turn him into one of my taxidermies." And then she turns you into a taxidermy.
Well, you're right. I didn't like hearing that.
Right.
But, I mean, we're like, it's just there, like the options, it's there. I could, I mean, they did say I was talented enough, so.
Well, you are talented. In fact, you're way too talented for those guys. Like, you've got your creativity back. Do you really, like, even want to consider wasting it on those schmucks?
Mm, Some of them do miss being human. It's like
Maybe we can help them too.
yeah. Oh, that guy eats rats, by the way.
What?
He eats rats?
Yeah, they throw him down rat food. He's been here for like a year trying to light the beacons.
And he
A
can't
year?
see them?
A Feywild year.
Wow, that could be any amount of time.
Hmm.
But it's a long time. Maybe when he gets back home, it'll be nothing like he remembers.
Or maybe he'll get home before he's actually been born. And he'll go back to his house and be like, "Hi, Mom." And his mom will be like, "I don't know you." That's sad.
And then he becomes his own grandfather.
Well, I bet Archie.
I think we're rather losing the thread of what we should be doing here. All of this talk involves him actually going home. But knowing the Periton side of this, do we really want to anger Bitter End towards them? If some of them miss being what they used to be, they're never going to be changed back if they fail in what she's got them doing.
They're never going to be changed back. Bitter End doesn't do things because it would make people happy.
Well, Bitter End is always going to be in charge.
And I mean, it's not like they're going to ever really succeed in what she's told them to do, because they could be doing this forever.
Right. I think it's a cruel trick on both parties. That's why they call her Tricky Endolin. Or at least we should start calling her that now. I like the idea of her having 3 names.
Maybe then there's nothing we can do until Endolin's not a problem anymore.
Let's give this guy some food that isn't rat.
Oh, good idea.
There is that.
And while we're at it, maybe we should get Oogly some food.
Yeah.
You see that he's climbing up the second one. The Peritons are still sort of like pondering on Holland joining them, so they haven't blown this one out yet. And he lights the second one. He looks over at the first one and it stayed lit, so he's happy. He's like, it looks like it's working.
I'm just going to shout up to the Pelotons. Sorry, my dad said no.
They all look down and go. They like fly down and start to like perch around you, sort of like in the crevices of the fucking mountains and stuff. And they're looking down and they're going, "Oh, really? Go on, come on, just leave him. It's fine. It'll be right. You can make your own way in life."
No, it's not as simple as that. You see, he depends on me.
He actually does, though.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Could it be deception?
No, because it kind of is true.
He actually does depend on you.
Okay. 12.
They go, "Oh no, come on, please, please, oh please, we need someone just like you. Come on, if you join us, we'll stop. We'll make a new gig, and we'll stop doing this to this guy. You know what I mean? We'll just do something else. We'll make a new show."
But that if you stop doing that to this guy, won't Endolin get mad?
Nah, because we'll make a new show for her. She'll be right, and we can perform at the theatre, at her theatre, her mountaintop theatre.
We could perform at her theater. Holland turns to look at the others and he's smiling. Like, guys.
Go on, tell your dad to join us. Well, all of you can join.
We could all go to the theater?
Yeah.
Guys.
What is it, Holland? None of us understood what these birds were speaking about.
Oh, I thought you could understand me still.
But we could understand you.
Well, I was saying it back. We could
Right.
all go to the theater, guys.
What, right now, Holland? Just wander straight in?
Well, maybe not right now, but like they're saying they'll bring all of us to the theater to do a performance. And then it's, wink wink.
I think we've already been invited to the theater. Let me just check my... Yeah, that's right, we've got theater tickets.
Oh.
It might sound enticing, Holland, but look at all of these in front of you. Their meeting with Bitter End didn't exactly work out very well for them, did it? I don't think it's going to be good if we go with them.
Sorry, guys, my dad is saying no again.
No, come on. Go, well, and then one of them you see at the back's sort of like looking a bit suspicious. Roll me a perception check.
25.
You see him sort of like sneak round the back of them all. And he gets really close to you, like behind this beacon, like he's looking at you, and it's a bit creepy. And he sort of like launches himself up. You haven't because you've got a 25 perception, you've got the chance to react however you want to dodge this, but he's going to come at you with his like claws extended outwards. Like his talons. You have the chance to act first, in other words. Yeah.
Can he just do like a sidestep flow and put like his hands up and be like, "Whoa, guys"?
A sidestep.
I don't know, a dodge.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll give you advantage on your grapple check, as it tries to grab you with a 17.
Do I do strength save?
It's a strength, an athletics.
Athletics. I'm proficient in that.
Ooh, that's a nat 20! You can dodge it however you want.
Yeah, I want to make him look like an asshole, so he just steps to the side. He's like, whoa, what's going on here?
His talons just clack down, and he's like, "Oh, come on! You said you were coming with us. We need someone like you."
What, so you were just gonna kidnap me? That's not good team playing.
Well, you said you were going to be part of the group. You know, that's what you made a deal with us, right?
Yeah, but then my sickly dad said no.
Sickly. Yeah, well, you know, that's what everyone does. They always run away, you know, it's circus, and they get performing in that, you know what I'm saying? It's just the same as everyone else. Like, he looks over and he's like, Phil, you left your sickly dad? Phil nods sagely. Yes, I did.
Okay, listen. Percy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about this? As soon as my dad dies, I'll join your troop. But until then, someone's gotta look after him.
This one over here, like, licks his lips, looks at Flopsy.
Of natural causes. Look at him. He's so pale, death is coming for him soon enough. I just want to make his last day as easy as possible. And Flopsy, could he understand all this?
No one can understand speak with animals except you and the animals.
So
He
I'm not.
coincidentally coughs at this point, though.
Okay. See?
all you can see everybody else is these Peritons sort of encroaching on Holland and Flopsy, and Holland sort of standing there with his arms out, like, in other words, like, essentially controlling them all to not do so.
I'm Chris Proud.
Yeah, literally, it's Jurassic Park. But yeah, in the meantime, this guy's lit 4 of these things.
Oh, he's getting on.
Yeah.
Getting a work on.
Octavia and Gleam are having a nice splish splash, chilling in the pool.
Bless him.
But yeah, you are distracting them well enough, Holland. You're keeping them at bay.
Tell you what, I think Flamehoof might help.
What, are you gonna go up on one of the things?
Well, Flamehoof's smart. He's a smart boy. He knows what his job is. He's doing this for golden points.
All right. So as these are all like down here talking to Holland, they're all really, really trying, but Holland's rolling well. Holland's being very convincing, and they're like, "Oh, come on, please, just think about it. You know, you're really good. You're really good at this. You know, this could be your new life."
Well, thank you.
Flamehoofs is gonna go and light this one, and he lights this one. And he sees that they're getting lit before he gets to them, and he's like, "Ah, yes." And as he sort of like, he lights this one, and as he's going up the final one,
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you what happens when he's doing that.
what?
Flamehoof sees what's going on, and he's actually rushing down at breakneck speed. He's gonna grab Octavia and Gleam, and he's gonna just bamf them into that ethereal plane. They are not getting in a portal right now.
Yeah, so you've safely thought of that that eventuality. Flamehoof grabs them out of the water, and they're like, "Oh, come on, please," because they're obviously having a great time. And Holland's holding back all the Peritons, and he looks at all of the lights, and he's so pleased about it. And he cracks his little flint and steel, and lights this one here. And when he does so, oh, bloody Nora, you'll never believe it. You will never believe what happens.
The
pool.
Spiral.
The pool itself starts to slowly, like, the surface of the water just starts to, like, move around just ever so slowly. Like a spiral, like an Uzumaki spiral, swirling around in a swirly Tharizdun-esque swirl, like a whirlpool. And as it does, the sort of creases in the water start to turn a bit green, and the flow of it starts to turn into sort of like the undulating grassy marsh land. With each like lick of the water as it splashes upwards, it turns into a blade of grass as it sort of like spins around, the grass moving like water in this circle. And as you sort of look down into it, you can see past the grass, almost beyond it, in a sort of translucent, where beyond it is some sky. It's almost like you're looking into the world from an upside down position as trees sort of grow up into the actual lake itself, sort of like backwards, like you're seeing something mirrored. You're seeing a scene, a beautiful luscious field, a scene, serene. And he looks down and he's like, "By Jove, I can't believe it." And he scurries his way down there, standing on the edge of the lake. He looks around at you all and he goes, See, I told you. What did I say? Huh? What did I say? Points at everybody.
Well, I don't think anyone disagreed with you, but you said it was a portal, right?
It is. And by Jove and golly gosh, I'm about to go home.
Wait. Make sure you go in upside down. So you go in head first. You don't want to fall all the way into the sky. Because your feet are like pulled down to the ground, right? But if your feet go down first, then they'll be like your head. No, the floor will be like the sky, and you'll be flung all the way into the air, and like off to I don't even know where. Just make sure you go in head first, okay?
Roger that, soldier. He puts his hand on your shoulder. Holland, make me a perception check.
She knows a bloody lot about science.
Jack? I'm not made of them, you know.
And he rolls up his sleeves. He looks around at you all. He says, finally. He puts his hands together as though he's praying, lifts them up above his head, bends his knees, springs forth, and as he does, this fucking Peloton just wafts one of them out. He jumps in directly into the water as it's now just like a fucking record stopping, like stops, it becomes water again. He jumps into it and splashes in, and he like swims around in there for a minute, it surfaces, and he like spits some water out, and he's like, by Jove, what's happened? What's going on? No! No! And they're like, ha 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 ha! And the next one comes, blows it out. You'll be at this forever, forever and ever. And he's looking around as they all go out, and he's like, why are the braziers forsaking me? Why? He can't see the Peritons at all. He just sees them all going out one by one as the Peritons are all just like, poof. Oof. Oof. And then the last one, Percy, looks at Holland and he goes, ha, well, if you're not going to join us, we've got to stay with this gig, haven't we? See ya. And he flies back up and whoomph, puts the last one out.
That was a tiny bit funny, I'm not gonna lie.
He's like all wet in the thing, he's freezing cold. And he just looks around him. His face is just this utter despair. And the more he, like, his face just melts into this, like, oh my god sort of face. Like he's having a nervous breakdown. The Peritons just laugh even harder and, like, point their, like, wings and, like, slap their legs. Like, at him.
I don't think that was very funny. Are you okay? Good night.
I'm absolutely fine. He gets up. He shakes himself off like a dog. Well, I guess it's on to the first one again.
Wait. Look, I know you've got your quest of returning home, but we're on an important mission too, you see. We're trying to, whispers in his ear, take down Scabbeth and Nightshade. And Endel and Moongrave as well. We're taking all three of them down. and we need good men, good brave men, who are determined and resilient, as you prove yourself to be. And once hither, thither, and yon are just back to being Prismere, we'll find you a way back.
But how am I supposed to leave if this is the portal home? Endelin's given me a great gift of escape. Whatever shall I do otherwise without her?
She hasn't given you a gift of escape. Right, you know that she controls the lightning, don't you?
He looks up into the sky and he says, she can do that?
Right, and the wind that's blowing these candles out. And she's playing a joke on you. She's taking you for a whirl.
Roll persuasion.
Yeah. Get that persuasion going. 17.
I did think it was rather odd that they kept going out. I have been at this for a while, and we don't want to know what I've been eating.
I'm sure it wasn't as bad as something worse than rats.
It's not worse than rats. It's rats. It's rats. I've been eating rats, everyone. I'm sorry, I've been eating rats. It's the only thing I can find. They just keep falling out of the sky. It's like she's giving me gifts of food. Wait.
No, that's not a gift. That's a... It's just mean, isn't it? think she eats rats?
I'm not sure what she eats.
Right. Probably eats, like, children's laughter or screams. Probably more likely screams. Whatever
Well,
she eats, it can't be nice.
that wouldn't fill you up very much, but I guess things are quite
So she's gonna
strange
eat a
here.
whole bunch of them.
Yes.
Doesn't sound like a stomach, to be honest.
Mm.
Made of bone.
Well, okay, well, that's a good point. But the point still stands. We need good people, and strong people, and determined people to fight against her. I don't know if you'll ever be able to get home, but I don't think that she's really given you a way out. And what
And-
she's done to you, she's done to so many people.
Are you proposing that you know a better way out?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do. Yeah, I know that in Thither, there's a lot of fairy circles that take you to all sorts of places, and you don't have to light beacons that'll never be lit. All you gotta do is stand in the middle of them and say 3 spins Widdershins and off we go. But we can't get to Thither, because she's got our friend who's a guide. But if we fight her, we can get our guide back, and we can get you to Thither, and we can find a fairy circle that brings you where you need to go. How's that sound? I can promise you that.
Well, it sounds much better than eating rats, I must say. Yes, you know what? I will take you up on that offer. There's not much I can offer you in return. I must say that I left all my equipment on the material plane. I'm wearing this guard's uniform, but as you can see, I am unarmed.
Why don't you... Well, I mean, why don't you take my sword? And she hands him Sir Talavar's sword. The dagger +1. So I guess that's what he's got now. Do you have a name? You don't have a name tag, unless your name is Saltmarsh Guard Armor.
Saltmarsh guard armor.
Which it says on his... Well, how else would we know that it's guard armor? As you clearly described it.
He says, I do apologise, my name is Alagarthus.
Wow, that's a lovely name. I'll try to remember it. But I guess you're part of our team.
You can just call me Al, for short.
Al?
Yeah.
I think that's easier to remember.
And
Well,
you are?
I'm Archie. And everyone introduce yourselves. This is Al.
Hi.
Hello, Al. I'm Flopsy. Pleasure to have you on board.
Nice to meet you. He really tries to not shake your hand because he notices that you look ill. But he also he kind of just avoids your sweatiness, if that makes sense. Pleasure to meet you. And your child, is that correct? This is your son?
I'm Holland, and none of this is funny.
Holland have a cheeky smirk.
Nobody's saying it so monotone, you know.
Hello,
Archie
Holland.
approvingly nods.
And you, good sir. He goes over to Felix.
Hello, I'm Felix.
Pleasure to meet you. Well, it looks like I'm travelling with you guys now.
And these two.
Oh, Octavia and Gleam, as soon as it turned back into water, it's like slid back into the water. Yeah. Hi, I'm Octavia. Hello, I'm Gleam. We're just enjoying the pool. We're sorry that it wasn't your portal home, but they cannot hide their glee that it's back to water again. He sort of looks on and he's like, right, yes, pleasure to meet you both. So, you're going to take down Enderlin Moongrave. That's,
We're going to take down Endel and Moongrave.
Wow.
Quiet down.
That's quite the feat. Oogle is staring over, sort of like as like a god's sake, not another fucking person.
Is that the DM speak?
No. It's Oogle because Oogle has a little bit of jealousy going on.
Oh.
So yeah, and so he's like kind of looking a bit disgruntled. But Al says, now that we're all in a team, I suppose we could maybe share some things, such as provisions. I'm very sorry to ask this, but I have been eating rats for the past, year, I think. Do you have food?
We have a chef.
Oh,
Did
wonderful.
you make the cake that I gave you before?
Oh, yes, I apologise, I left it at the bottom of this brazier. He goes over and picks it up.
How did you do that?
Yes, he has this scran of it.
My cupcakes versus rats, and he leaves my cupcake at the bottom of the... Anyway.
I was a bit distracted at the time, I do apologise. Yes, I understand now that this is not my calling. He looks around at the beacons. He can't see the Peritons, but they are all pissing themselves laughing. But they don't notice that he's not going to do this anymore. Like, they think that he's still... Like, because they can't understand what he's saying. Yeah, he thinks he's like... They think that he's sort of weighing up the situation.
The joke's on them.
Can we bring them with us too?
No, I don't think so. I think they're working for Endlin, aren't they?
Well, yeah.
Didn't one of them just try and lunge at you as well, Holland? I couldn't tell what you were saying, but they were leering at you quite close.
Not
Why would you want
leering.
them to come with you?
Well, he was only doing that because he wanted to kidnap me to be a part of his show. And, he wouldn't have to kidnap me if we were all traveling together.
But friends that want to kidnap you aren't really the friends that you want to surround yourself with, are they, Holland?
Well, I
Well,
suppose.
I mean, you did think I was trying to kidnap you, but I think it's a different situation than when we first met.
I'm sorry, what are we talking about? What things tried to kidnap you? What's happening?
Well, I made friends with the birds in the sky that are there. You just can't see them, but
Oh,
everyone
wait
else...
a minute. I've got a skeleton key thingy. Have a look through this. Those are the things. Hand him the key.
Okay, so the ghost key not only lets you see into the ethereal plane, it also gives you true sight. And yeah, he is obviously, this is the Periton's being invisible to him is only to him. But when he takes the key, he sort of looks confused, and you show him how to do it, and he looks through it, and he looks up at them all and sees them all laughing at him, and his mouth just drops open. It seems I've been bamboozled. These horrible creatures. What are these? What? Birds? Oh, you were all right. You were all correct. Oh, look at them. Look at them gawking and laughing at me. Oh, I feel awful.
Right.
How embarrassing. Oh, he takes the key away from his eye and he gives it back. He's like, no. Oh, no, that's horrid. He shakes his fist at them. Now he can't see them anymore. He's like shaking his fist all around him, and he's like, I will have your heads for this. And they're all laughing at him.
Archie pretends to look through the spyglass and is like, you sent him running that time.
Because of deception.
Goodness.
Ah, yes, of course. Yeah, that's right. Just as I would send those hooligans running in Salt Marsh. I feel much better now. Now that I know the truth. I guess, I trust you guys very much. Thank you for that. It's, I feel released. I feel released from a prison of the mind.
Good.
Well,
You are free.
I guess
Now
it's
let's go lock your captor up.
onwards then. And then he starts to just march in the direction of fucking Motherhorn.
But we're not going just there just yet.
Oh? Have we other matters to attend to?
Yeah, just a few. But we'll get there as sure as chips.
And that is where we will leave tonight's session as sure as chips. Alrighty-roo. We cut out about 3 times on the stream as well. But yeah, anyway. Right, yeah, bye Hufflepog, bye Snowy, bye Cade if Cade's watching. And yeah, we'll see you all next week with better quality Wi-Fi.
Yep.
All
Thanks
right.
for watching, guys. These videos are posted on YouTube, so make sure like, comment, and subscribe. And today's Easter egg is, if by chance you're going to France, don't forget to pack your underpants.
Fantastic. Words of wisdom there. Good night.
Oh, thank God! I thought you were going to do that weird voice.
Good night.
It's me, Glee.
Bye.